What is up guys, it's Auto Intern here, and today I'm gonna bring you a review of my Honda Civic Type R and compare it to other competitors like Subaru's STI, Ford's Focus RS, Volkswagen Golf R, and Hyundai's Veloster N. Okay, so let's go to the Type R. It is front wheel drive with an LSD. Weight is 3,100 pounds. Has a strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Engine-wise, the Type R has a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbo engine that produces 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. In the interior, you'll find red accents everywhere. There's a soft suede material found on the steering wheel, seats, and on the door panels. The only transmission option is a 6-speed manual transmission. Wheels are 20-inch cast alloys. Tires are Continental Sport Contact 6. Brake calipers are Brembos and rotors are 2-piece. How does the car drive? Well, in one word, amazing. The engine is very responsive with a good amount of horsepower, not being overwhelming nor underwhelming. Torque hits at 2,500 RPM and peak power is at 6,500 RPM. Steering provides good feedback from the road regardless of the driving mode that you're in. Driving position makes you feel like you're planted on the floor, while the heavy bolstering in the bucket seats hold you throughout the twisties. The shifter is one of the best parts of the car. It's very crisp and you can feel like it's metal on metal whenever you're shifting the gears. There's no rubbery feeling to it, and it has a good heft to it. As for body roll, there is very little to none. The Type R is an animal at the corners. It has immense amounts of grip. Whenever you're going into a corner, you'll feel that the car is turning as a unit. There is no disconnect between the back and the front of the car. As for brakes, these brakes bite hard because of the Brembo calipers and because of the low weight of the car. Overall, it's a very fun and performance-oriented Japanese hatchback that may be the best front-wheel drive car right now. Now, I'm going to compare on paper the Veloster, the Subaru STI, the Focus RS, the Golf R, and the Honda Civic Type R. All 5 come on a 6-speed manual transmission. All of them are 4-cylinder engines. The Focus has the most horsepower with 350 horsepower, and the Veloster has the least with 275 horsepower. As for torque, the most torque is on the Focus RS with 350 pound-feet of torque, and the least is on the Veloster with 260 pound-feet of torque. Fastest 0 to 60 times are on the Focus RS with 4.7 seconds, and least are on the Veloster N with 5.9 seconds. All of the cars are all-wheel drive except the Type R and the Veloster, which are front-wheel drive. As for weight, the lightest car is a tie between the Veloster and the Type R. Heaviest are the Volkswagen and the Focus. Braking from 60 to 0 miles per hour, the most impressive is the Type R with 99 feet. The worst is the Veloster N with 111 feet. So, on paper specs, the best, as you can see, is the Ford Focus RS. The worst one is the Veloster N. And if you only care about your 0 to 60 times, then your winners are the Focus RS and the Golf R. But now look at how all of them behave on track excluding the Veloster N. Motor Trend did a comparison between all 4 a few years ago. The track they used was Willow Springs. Now look at this, the Type R pulled the most G's on almost every turn. The Type R also carried the highest speed through most of the turns. In the end, the Type R had the best lap time. The Focus RS came in second, more than a full second behind the Type R. If you're looking for performance on a budget, look no further than the Veloster N with a price of $28,000. As for the Subaru, the cabin is outdated, the engine is outdated, and it's now coming for a refresh on 2022. If you're a hardcore Subaru fan, then go for the STI. If not, I would skip it. The Focus RS is no longer on sale. I know it had some reliability issues with the engine, but nonetheless, it has amazing looks, it's a good driver car, and a solid second behind the Type R. If you like German performance, a low-key exterior and a more luxurious interior, go with the Golf R, but be aware that its price tag is the highest at $44,000. And for me, the best of the bunch is the Type R. Aggressive Gundam-like exterior, great performance on track and on road, and with superb interior styling. That's why I own a Type R.